Hi everyone, welcome to TGIF, another Friday, another episode. Computer vision is a fascinating field of innovation. In fact, what we've seen so far is image captioning, image classification, and of course, object identification. How about the power of language and vision coming together? Watch this episode as we take you through a fascinating innovation called Project Florence from Microsoft, which went to public preview recently. It's a pleasure to welcome Arvind Raman, Data and AI Specialist, Microsoft India, for a short conversation. Arvind, welcome to TGIF.
Hi Sandeep, morning. Always a pleasure to be on TGIF.
Wonderful. You've been very proactive in choosing very niche topics. Thanks for doing that. Quickly, Arvind, today we're going to talk about, again, another fascinating innovation when it comes to large language models and, of course, cognitive services. So, tell us what's now in the world of cognitive services.
Surely. Sandeep, today we are entering an era wherein we have moved from text and images to audio and video generation.
Nice.
And one of the new emergent capabilities that we are seeing along with this is the emergence of a multimodal solution.
Got it.
Earlier we were in a unimodal solution, for example GPT-3, wherein we had the ability to input a text and the output would also be a text.
Right.
However, with models like DALL-E and GPT-4, we can input an image or a text and from an output perspective, get anything similar.
Correct. I think multimodality is future. GPT-4 supports image input and reasoning with it. But yeah, I think this is truly a trail of innovation which probably never happened in the past.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah, go ahead.
Great.
So, what do we have new when it comes to computer vision?
Surely. So what we have seen based on multiple feedback from customer, Microsoft has recently launched this foundation model called Florence, which is the next gen solution for vision recognition.
Right.
It basically helps you to identify and search through images based on a simple natural query.
Okay.
It helps you to do dense captioning as well as create captions for specific images. And the key aspect again is the ability to search through videos.
Right.
Now to give you an example, in the recent build, we had a Satya keynote which went for about 45 minutes.
Right.
And if I wanted to look at a very specific topic of fabric, I would need to kind of either drag through the complete
Correct.
video.
Yeah.
In this case, leveraging some of these specific services,
Yeah.
I could put in a specific topic and directly reach that particular frame. So I
Perfect.
can look at, I can use it in terms of identifying specific events, actions, incidents in video images and directly reach the specific object.
Perfect. I think incident location is a critical use case, right? For example, you will have a, let's say 5 hours video. You want to understand, hey, this person is climbing a ladder, take me there, right? And it takes you there. Of course, there may be multiple instances, but it will give you reference of where all a person climbing ladder is visible in that 5 hours video, right?
Absolutely.
Perfect.
The other use case also is in terms of accessibility.
Right.
Now we have
Oh, yeah.
a huge, there is a huge section of the population wherein who may have some kind of visual impairment.
Right.
And some of these services definitely help them in terms of giving a sense of what is the ecosystem around them
Right.
and navigate through it effectively.
In fact, Arvind, I read a post by the engineering team, LinkedIn and Reddit, they're going to use Project Florence to actually caption images and put alt text, etc., so that it's a lot more accessible.
Absolutely.
Right? Wonderful.
Absolutely.
You said dense captioning. See, image captioning, human parity is what we reached in Jan 2020, right? It's almost 2 or 3 years now. But dense captioning is a lot more intricate, I would say, captioning of what we see in the image. Not just one caption, but if you look at details in image, you can go to any extent to explain. So this is about unearthing maximum insights from a visual, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. And I'll just talk you about what is the technology that goes beyond this. Now, in this particular case, we are using this open world recognition, which is a model that has been trained on billions of images across millions of categories.
Right.
If I look back at the traditional way of leveraging AI models for images, I would do it in a controlled environment wherein I would have a particular data set, I would need to do the labeling of it, I would need to do the training, testing and inferencing.
Right.
And in case in any of my inferencing, if the results do not match, I need to again go back to my training part, which was a tedious cycle. In this case, that whole cycle has been eliminated and the tool has the ability to go through its own database and respond back to specific questions.
Perfect. I think there is a foundation model available and they also use a term called adaptation model for specific tasks like image captioning, object identification, dense captioning and stuff like that. So wonderful. Arvind, how about a demo? I think we got to see to believe it.
I'm going to start by leveraging the video summarization and frame locator demo. The objective of this demo is to summarize videos and identify frames which identify specific events. In this particular case, I have a particular video of a retail scenario and it runs approximately for 13 minutes and captures the different events that happen in a retail outlet. I don't have the time to look through the complete video and would prefer a summarized view of it. So I choose the summarize the video option and I get a crisp description of all the events that have happened in the video. The key aspect here is that it just not records the different events that have happened, but also provides a quick summary and its own inference, in this case, pointing out to the store's commitment for cleanliness and safety. Moving ahead, if I need to identify a specific frame from what has been mentioned in the summarization, I can quickly copy the specific event and get into the frame locator and search it using a very simple natural language. In this case, I have mentioned that I need to search for spilled liquid, and the tool goes through the complete video and identifies the different frames wherein the liquid has been spilled. In this case, I have two separate events, one occurring wherein the milk has been spilled and the other one wherein the liquid has been spilled. The next demo that I'm going to show you is the ability of the tool to search through a portfolio of images. The key aspect here is that there is no metadata of the images and the tool relies on its knowledge base to identify the specific images. In this case, I'm going to start with a manufacturing session wherein I have a portfolio of images which have been linked to manufacturing scenarios. And in this particular case, I choose a query wherein I want all employees wearing a white hat. And in this case, you see the tool has identified all the images with the white hat. There is no labeling of data, there is no training, there is no testing. I am directly able to do an inferencing of this. Moving ahead, if I need to ask a specific query, for example, say a person driving a forklift, the tool has the ability to search through the details and help me with the specific query. Moving ahead, the next demo that I'm going to showcase is in terms of dense captioning. In this particular case, I have a particular woman who's working, and the tool has the ability to look at the different sections of the image and point out the specific details. This particular service of dense captioning primarily is used in accessibility, in search engine optimization, or any other relevant scenarios.
Arvind, fascinating demos, loved it. Any final thoughts?
Absolutely, Sandeep. As they say, a picture talks 1,000 words, and this is an actual manifestation wherein we upload a picture and get a 1,000-word summary about it.
Wonderful. Love it, man. Thank you so much. And in fact, for all of you to try out this innovation, go visit ak.ms/Vision Studio. It's all available out there. You can check it yourself and try it out. With that, thanks for watching us today. Keep watching TGIF. A wonderful Friday. Great weekend ahead. Bye-bye.